And ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 season, part 2 you should say, is underway as we have a dandy here from the Music City. Lipscomb University from the ASUN against Mississippi State from the SEC. Hello everyone, I am Vinny Lowe. So glad that you are tuning in for this one as we have a huge showdown tonight. A Power 5 team coming to the Music City against a Lipscomb team that last season, oh so close to the Cinderella run they had. They won the ASUN regular season title, but were upset in the first round of the ASUN tournament. They are looking now to deliver a statement against a team that is on the rise from the SEC. Since Coach Armstrong has come on in to take over the program in Starksville, it has continued to blossom and grow, has made the SEC tournament the last 2 years. Now they're looking to take that next step forward in this season as they return a majority of their starting lineup. Well, folks, the national anthem has happened. Both teams are in their final huddles as we are about ready to get going here. Once again, we're so glad that you are joining us here on YouTube TV to check this one out. Couple of rules to keep in mind though as we watch this game to go forward. For those of you who were watching the World Cup soccer a few years ago, trying to Olympic volleyball, or Olympic soccer, excuse me. College soccer is going to be a little bit different. You'll see some more subs coming onto the court than you typically would for the Olympic level. However, when it comes down to the basic game itself, it also stays the same. 90 minutes, you got to put the ball in the net. So here we go. We have Lipscomb that is going to be in their white jerseys. Mississippi State is going to be in their new black kits that they are unveiling. Also, you'll note that the goalie for Mississippi State, Maddie Anderson, is wearing a teal jersey in this one. Maddie Anderson is going to be wearing teal throughout the season. Interestingly enough, the Mississippi State softball team is also going to be wearing teal throughout the season. They are doing that to raise awareness for ovarian cancer. And for Lipscomb, coming in the net, it's going to be C.J. Anderson, the freshman last year, who had 3 starts, now getting the full starting nod this season. She's going to be in a pink jersey with green gloves. So we are about to get underway. Lipscomb is going to be moving left to right on your TV screen, and Mississippi State's going to be moving right to left. And we are underway, folks. Beautiful conditions, by the way, here in the Music City. A little bit when we had a slight chance of rain earlier today, but that seems to subside, which is very good because I did not bring an umbrella. Lipscomb bringing the pressure early on. This is a Lipscomb team talking to Coach O'Brien earlier today. He said that they were going to really try to bring the pressure and force the pressure on early in this one. They have 4 outstanding attackers up front, and we'll be talking about more about in this game. All of them capable of scoring double-digit goals this season. They are that deep at forward. Mississippi State, a much more tactician of a team that we're going to see. They will slowly, methodically push the ball up the field. A little bit of a different team than the last time these two met in 2018 when Lipscomb upset Mississippi State in the NCAA tournament. Mississippi State really has seemed to take possession of the ball early on in this one as they try to cut through, but unable to make the connect right there. And it will be Graham who's able to pick it up as we will have a full reset on this one. We're about a minute and a half underway in this one, still 0-0 as Lipscomb will take the ball on out. And once again, Mississippi State with good possession of the ball, moving, continuing to move it on up here. See, once again, this is what Mississippi State's going to do. Methodically down the field to Titian, and a good feed right there, but good job on the back row by Lipscomb as they're able to punch the ball. The goalie was able to kick it out. Reset opportunity now for Mississippi State. And once again, trying to cut the middle of the field, unable to get it. Great back row defense as McFadden will just pooch it out. Once again, this back row defense for Lipscomb, so deadly when we talk about McFadden, Hanger, and then Kraft, number 2. Kraft was the ASUN preseason Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, a throw-in opportunity. First 3 minutes of the game, Mississippi State has largely been able to take the play, has maintained possession throughout most of it. They have an opportunity right now here in the box. Good defense right there by Kraft, who's able to poach it free, and another throw-in for Mississippi State. Golden opportunity there for Mogo Carly, but she was unable to get the ball through as she cut through the box. Once again, Lipscomb, their first good possession of the game so far, but we almost have a turnover. Lipscomb able to maintain control as they're trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Wild kick out right there, and here comes Mississippi State once again on the attack. Owagini tries to go. DeCarney unable to get it, and Lipscomb is able to retain possession as they will swing it on out. Ogini with it. Ogini, one of the top players, tries to feed the ball. So close to Tellish. She almost had it and just a little too far out for Tellish. And it'll be a reset now here as Graham will kick it out. 5 minutes into this game, Mississippi State has had possession large chunks of the first 5 minutes, but no shots on goal yet as we are still 0-0 here in Nashville. Mississippi State once again maintaining control. Tellish is able to keep possession of it. Spun off a defender. Is she able to keep it in play? Yes, she is. Tellish now with it on the corner. Able to bank it off a Lipscomb defender. Still maintains possession. Off to Hodges. Hodges cutting now in. Hodges feeds off to number 11, number 20. Great defense right there by Kraft to keep the ball out of the box. Possession definitely has gone to Mississippi State, but here we go. Lipscomb opportunity for transition. Long feed out to Rogers. Rogers getting her first significant time with the ball in this one. Long kick going cross court to McGee. McGee with it. McGee in the box. McGee says, and what a save! What a save by Maddie Anderson. The first big save of the season. Diving to her right. A spectacular sprawling save to keep this one knotted up at 0-0. Corner opportunity, though, for Lipscomb in this one, and we're going to now see on the corner, it is going to be the freshman transfer, Perry. Perry, a left-footed kicker, one of the strongest kickers on this Lipscomb team. Corner kick opportunity, it's up in the air, header, and just goes long, and that will be a kick for Mississippi State. Anderson out to kick it. Sprawling, spectacular save. The save of the season so far. Horrible dad joke right there because we're in the season opener. But what a golden opportunity in transition for Lipscomb. You have to really like the transition play here that Lipscomb was able to show. And this is one of the things that Coach O'Brien talked about when we interviewed him before the game. He said, really, the first 15 minutes we're going to be figuring out a little bit of sloppy play. He expected that. Lipscomb seemingly to regain control here as, let's see, we'll have a foul on that one. Lipscomb will maintain possession. Good defensive job right there by McFadden to keep possession of the ball with 2 defenders on her. So once again, we talk about these two teams, a good series history. Lipscomb has actually won the last 2. games in this one. So it's going to be a very competitive matchup that we are seeing. We're already seeing that right now. Turnover, McGee turns it over, and here comes Mississippi State. Once again, Tellish takes up, and great effort right there, but they will play on Roger, and great job by McFadden to break up that pass. I'll tell you, what a great defensive effort right there. We just saw from Cammie Rogers going full-blown in to try to get the ball, just unable to get it. Mississippi State maintains possession of the ball. Byler with it now. Byler, this is really the first significant time she's had the ball on her foot in this one, and it's going to be a throw-in. Byler, once again, number 5 for Lipscomb, led the Bison in goals this past year with 5. Has a chance to really have a breakout season this season. And there we go, Mississippi State with the regrouping. We're going to be seeing this a lot. Once again, it's an offense that focuses largely on ball control, possession, good tactician play right here, and we have seen that so far as here come the Bulldogs, cutting on up, cutting across, tries to feed number 3, tried to feed it to number 20, Mongo Carley, but unable to get it to her, and once again, Graham has the ball, trying to slow things down here. We are about 6 minutes into this one right now. We've only had 2 shot attempts in this one. A spectacular save by Anderson kept Lipscomb off the board. It's Lipscomb now, another opportunity. They have not had many in this one. Great job right there defensively by Olugini to give possession back to Mississippi State. Olugini from England, number 7 for the Bulldogs. She was their top scorer last season. You can just see the magic and ability that she has every time she touches the ball. And great defense and great job ball handling right there by Mississippi State to keep it alive. But we have a transition opportunity right, though, and it's going to be a foul on Mississippi State. Possession is going to go to Lipscomb. They haven't had the ball on Mississippi State's side of the field much in this one, so opportunity right here with possession for Lipscomb. They had a great capitalization opportunity earlier. We're unable to get it. Player tying their shoe, that's the reason for the quick stoppage right here. As McFadden, the player was tying her shoe, she's going to take the free kick right here. Booming kick by McFadden in the box, tries to get to McGee, unable to connect, and Mississippi State will retain possession as they will just clear it on out. However, Lipscomb is able to maintain it. Hanger feeds it off to Carapazah. Great move right there, but Genie able to break up the play. Now Hanger battling with it. Hanger able to retain possession as she'll feed it right across to Patty. Patty with it. Patty feeds it over. A nice little give and go opportunity. A misconnect right there. Grant trying to do a little give and go action with Rogers, unable to connect, and it's going to be Mississippi State's ball. Noah Johnson feeding it right up there to Hannah Johnson. Lots of Johnsons on this team for Mississippi State. They have 3 of them, and none of them go by nicknames, interestingly enough. Dangerous pass in the defensive zone, but McFadden's able to clean up as Lipscomb looks to do a transition, but great job by Tellish blocking the cross-court pass attempt. Throw-in coming up for Lipscomb. We're about 12 minutes into this one, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, no shots for Mississippi State. However, they have largely controlled the ball and possession in this one, but haven't been able to really get anything on net or even in the box. We were expecting this one to be a bit wide open, and it has delivered so far. As here we go. Good defensive play right there by Lipscomb to clean up, and now we have an opportunity breaking the other way. Hanger's going to continue to feed it up. Hanger feeds it up, and ball looks like it went out of bounds right there. So a throw-in coming up for Mississippi State. Rogers continuing to battle for that ball right there, but we have another throw-in opportunity, and this one's going to be for Lipscomb. So they'll get the ball in Mississippi State's attacking zone. So here we go, opportunity, but unable to convert. And once again, Mississippi State retains possession of the ball, but not for long, as Carapazza is able to feed it right back to Hanger. Hanger pooches it all the way out. Talk about these two teams. You talk about the job of Mississippi State, what they have done the last 2 years, making to the A-side. Here we go, opportunity breaking out. Perry with it. Perry dribbles with it, tries to go through two defenders, unable to do it. Now Perry's going to try to cut the corner. Great slide tackle right there by the Mississippi State defender to break up the play. Oh, what a job right there by the Bulldog defense. Now Mississippi State trying to go on the counter, go on the offensive counter. Try to feed the ball to Johnson, however, broken up by the Lipscomb defense. This Lipscomb defense is a veteran crew, led by Kraft, who has the ball right there, number 2. Feeds it off to McGee. McGee cutting on in. Good job back-checking right there by the Bison's defense. Now Carapazza. Carapazza's going to feed it off to Kraft. Kraft almost gets it from behind, and looks like that they're going to call a foul right there on number 11, Hannah Johnson. Almost had a great job breaking up that pass right there, but here we go. Lipscomb now on the free ball, kicks it on out. Booming kick right now is offsides. Oh, and not offsides. Good job, right idea, trying to feed the ball to Byler, who was cutting through the box. However, Anderson right there for the Bulldogs as they are able to retain possession. Been a good flow this one, good entertaining soccer that we have seen so far. First 15 minutes, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get in the season opener, but this one has delivered. It's been fairly entertaining. Tellish able to hold possession of the ball right there, feeds it over to Hodge. Once again, great passing by the Mississippi State team. Lipscomb, though, looking for their opportunities to break up the pass and go on transition. They've had success with that once before. McGee almost had a shot that went in the back net, but a sprawling save by Anderson. As here we go, Mississippi State on the attack right now. Tellish with a nice little deke, feeds it off, a little give and go back to Tellish. However, great job right there by Anderson, by Byler to break up the play right there. And now here we go, Patty dekes out Mississippi State player, feeds the ball to Rogers. Rogers passes it back to Kraft, and then Patty is just able to tip the errant pass out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up here for the team from Sparksville. Throw-in coming up here for Lipscomb. Kraft is able to get it on the free ball and boots it downfield. Here we go. Perry now battling for it. Perry opportunity to get once again. Perry, she was a top 100 recruit in the nation in 2020, or excuse me, top 150 recruit in the nation in 2020. Went to VCU, was initially slated to go VCU, but transferred to Lipscomb in the offseason. Didn't play at all for the Rams in any games during the abbreviated 2021 season. She will now have a big throw-in opportunity right here for the Bison. Throws it into the box. Opportunity right there for McGee, unable to hold it. And here we go, transition ball coming up for Mississippi State, driving it through, but Kraft, good job defensively to regain possession for the Bison. Kraft now cutting down. Kraft still has it, spinning and wheeling, but unable to lose its control of it, and Mississippi State will poach it to half court. Carapazza with a boot down the box to no one in particular. There seemed a little bit of miscommunication right there. However, Perry with it. Perry tips it off to Byler. Byler tries to pass it across to McGee, but broken up. Lipscomb still with control of it. Perry now within the box. Perry cutting down the side. Perry lines up a shot. Perry tries to feed back, and great job defensively once again by Mississippi State. So we saw the first 10 minutes of this game. Mississippi State control possession. Last 10, Lipscomb has largely had the control, has largely been in control this one. Some golden opportunities, to say the least. So I think one of the questions going to this one, we're about 20 minutes in, that still remains unresolved, is how will the freshman goalie or sophomore goalie, CJ Graham, deliver in this one? How will she perform in the starting lineup? Biggest opponent she has faced at the collegiate level. And she hasn't had a shot on goal yet. Has been solid, though. Has made some good kicks out. Has had a good job distributing the ball. But here we go. This could be your first opportunity as Owogini, it slams through as an opportunity right there for a big chance to get for an offensive job, broken up by the Lipscomb defense. Mississippi State still has control of the ball. Owogini once again led, number 7 for Mississippi State, led the team last year with 5 goals and 36 shots. She is the go-to player. So we have an opportunity right here. Speaking about Owogini, Owogini cuts it across the net. Feedback, oh, and that shot was just high. Shot right pass in the middle, right idea. Hannah Johnson, though, sailed it over the net, and CJ Graham will now kick it out. Golden opportunity, probably the best opportunity of the game so far for the Bulldogs. Be interesting to see. We're about 20 minutes in this game. Be interesting to see if we start seeing a couple subs. Once again, it's a first game of the season, non-conference game. Well, still an important game to win. With it not being conference play, opportunity to maybe try some new players out, see how they fare. But no subs yet, as we have Byler cutting down the side, and we'll see call going against Lipscomb right there. So Mississippi State will take possession of it. Tell you, this Lipscomb team not backing down, being highly aggressive, what we would expect from them. They have some stud forward players, all capable of putting in double-digit goals this season, whether it's Grant, Perry, Bueller, Rogers, or McGee. All of them have high capabilities this season, high offensively, maybe one of the deepest offensive teams Lipscomb has ever had, and they have shown that in the last 10 minutes. But here we go, folks. Mississippi State slowing down the play again. Great job maintaining possession in the midfield. Turnover, though, opportunity, as here we go. Great job by McGee to keep that ball in play. McGee now dancing with the ball at midcourt. However, turnover right there. Lipscomb's able to regain back, and then Perry's going to have it. Perry's, see if she tries to feed McGee on the wing. She does try to feed McGee on the wing. Can she get to it, though, before the ball gets out of bounds, or the Mississippi State defender gets it? Answer, Mississippi State defender gets it. However, could we get an opportunity here? Looks like off of McGee, so it will be an out of bounds, so it will be a goalie kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Maddie Anderson with the kick. Once again, Anderson had that huge save on McGee earlier in this game to keep it not up at 0-0, as we have a turnover right here in the zone. Rogers now with it. Rogers is going to kick it off to the wing. Oh, tried to feed Grant, but unable to feed her. Led her a little too far. Good transition ball opportunity right there for the Bison. A great defensive play to break up a pass, but unable to get it through. Owogini now with it. Owogini trying to cut across half court. Lipscomb, you can definitely tell that they have been keen in on her. She is the star player for the Bulldogs from England. However, they have not really let her have a great opportunity to have a long dribble with the ball. Turnover right there. Oh, that was dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. That was dangerous. Johnson with a big turnover. Rogers almost had it, but unable to maintain control of it. That was deadly. A turnover that close to the box, but a transition opportunity. Beautiful pass right there by Carly, number 11. Feeds it to Carly. Carly, big save right there by Graham. Graham with the foot save, our first save of the season, and we are still knotted up at 0-0. Carly with the golden opportunity right there in the box cutting through. Wasn't able to get as much power as she would have wanted to on that kick, and Graham is able to come up with the leg save. Oh, great job by Byler being able to get the ball. Almost an opportunity right there, but Lipscomb will maintain possession on that. So here we go. Let's see how Lipscomb can counter after that first really big save opportunity for Graham in this one. Byler with it is going to try to feed it to Grant in the corner. Grant's able to maintain possession. Can she deke the Mississippi State player? And Lipscomb will retain possession. So once again, we are about 25 minutes into this game, still 0-0. Lipscomb taking on the Power 5 team from Mississippi State, an SEC team on the rise. Finished number 3 in the SEC West standings. Made it to the SEC tournament. Huge achievement for them. They've made it in back-to-back years. Throw-in coming here for Perry in the box. Broken up, though, by Lipscomb. However, Kraft able to feed it off to Perry. Perry within the corner. Perry tries to go cross, but ooh, just let it a little too far. Now it's a race for the ball. McGee able to win the race and maintain possession of it for Lipscomb. McGee now go feed off to Carapazza. Carapazza now within the corner. Carapazza. Cross corner kick, and once again Anderson is right there to make the save and settle down the game. Right idea for Carapazza going cross on that one. However, Anderson said no, and was able to pick it up. Once again, the forwards for Lipscomb really applying pressure to the Mississippi State transition game, to their defense. We've seen some turnovers in this one. You would expect to see some turnovers early in the season. Turnover right here potentially, but Rogers unable to convert on that one. Carapazza, though, is able to gain possession of it now. Let's go feed it to Hanger. Hanger's go try to pooch it up to Graham, or excuse me, try to pooch it up to Anderson. Unable to get it, and Mississippi State will toss the ball out of bounds. Throwing coming up here for the Bison. And Lipscomb will now get a throw in a little closer, and that Hanger's going to, or excuse me, Byler's go take this one on the throw-in. Try to go to Perry right here. Perry trying to turn the corner. 2 defenders, though, right there, as she will just funnel it on out. Hanger now. Go feed it all the way up to Patty. Patty with it. Patty's go feed it to Kraft. The defensive player of the year, and it looks like that she has earned a free kick opportunity. The first true free kick opportunity in this one that could result in a legitimate scoring opportunity for the Bison. Looks like Patty is going to take this one for Lipscomb. Opportunity right here to apply some pressure. Goes cross, and oh, ho, ho, ho! So close right there. However, offsides, trying to find Byler right there on the far side of the net, but just goes a little long. Another turnover. Great job by Hanger to break up that play. Now Carapazza is going to drive the ball forward. Carapazza, let's go feed it to Perry. Perry dancing with it in the midfield. Oh, slide tackle right there, but they say play on. The ref's not going to blow the whistle. Both players, Perry and the Mississippi State player, collide. However, opportunity, cut across, and no go for Mississippi State. They play on. Oh, and another aggressive play right there by Cardi. It is starting to turn into a little bit of a hockey game out here, folks. Aggressive defense on both sides. Perry currently down on the field right now. Ref, though, continuing on the plan. Oh, and we have another slide tackle right there by Kraft. We may get a card on this one. Yep, we got a yellow card. The last 2 minutes has significantly escalated in this one with both teams on the multiple slide tackles. Should add, though, great sportsmanship right there by the Mississippi State goalie, making sure that Perry's okay. We'll say, though, you have to appreciate the aggressiveness of both these teams. You can show that they want it. Definitely no intent on either player to do an injury in any of these situations, but both teams playing very aggressive defensively. Those are some of the more aggressive tackles that we have seen so far in this one. So note on that, Kraft got the yellow card, first yellow card of the season. Comes at 27:01 as we have about 17 minutes left in the first game. As Mississippi State tries to slide it through, but unable to do it. And Lipscomb will retain possession. McGee with it. McGee, though, great defense right there by Mississippi State as they now have an opportunity. We'll funnel it back on out and regroup and reset up. Hodges now feeds it to Tellish. Tellish with a shot and saved by Graham. Graham falling to her right is able to keep the ball down, and it is still 0-0. That is her second save of the game. A big one for the Bison as they will now go in transition. McGee has the ball at half court. It's going to feed it to Kraft. Kraft now is going to slide it, going cross to Patty. Patty now going long and will feed it. Opportunity there for Rogers, but just led a little too long. And Mississippi State's able to kick the ball out off of a Lipscomb player, and we now have our first. So we have our first sub of the game coming on in. Farrington Bentel coming on in for this one. Get some fresh legs up there at the front court as she replaces Carnley. And we'll see what she's able to do right here off the bat. Tell you, Kraft, you can really tell the job that she's able to do. You can see why she was the defensive player of the year. She has done such a great job in these first 20 minutes breaking up transition balls. And speaking about breaking up a transition ball, here we go. Opportunity possibly on the attack for Lipscomb, but no go. And it's now a transition ball opportunity for Mississippi State as they will regain possession of it. But Lipscomb able to take it back. Byler showing off her defensive skills. Feeds it off to McGee. McGee's going to try to go to Perry. Perry, we'll see how she does. She was on the ground injured earlier, and this one seems to be okay running around right now. Good job defensively, though, by the Mississippi State team. That was Johnson right there who was able to do a slide tackle to get the ball out of bounds. Throw in, though, for Perry. Perry's going to pause a little bit, let her teammates get into the box. We have about 15 minutes left in the opener. Still 0-0. Plenty of good scoring opportunities, though. Rogers fighting for it. Now McGee's going to try to slide it across, but good defensive play and transition ball no-go for Mississippi State as Lipscomb will retain possession of it. Lipscomb feeds it. Kraft with it, who's going to feed it back to Hanger. Hanger's going to slowly nudge the ball to Carapazza. Carapazza now to Kraft. Kraft with it in the midfield. A little bit open space. Is going to try to do a long slide, but good defensive play right there by Mississippi State as they will maintain possession. Tellish is on it. Tellish has been, I think, one of the better Mississippi State players so far in this one. Good job on the ball control right there, and defensively we have seen it. Now Okwajini with it, but once again, two Lipscomb players right there. Every time Okwajini has touched the ball in this one, two Lipscomb players have been right on it. That's what you would expect when you have a superstar with the ball. Your other team's going to crowd rounds. We now have an injury, it looks like, on the field right now. So we will pause briefly here. It appears to be number 10, Delosi. Delosi limping off, has a water bottle she's drinking. We're not going to speculate on what the injury is, obviously. But Delosi walking off appears mostly to appear on her own power. Looks like she's going to go back into the clubhouse a little bit with a trainer. So we'll see here right now who Mississippi State is going to put on the field in her place, or if she's able to come back out. So we're down to about 14 minutes left in the first game, or first half of this game. Pretty dandy one, if I do say so myself. We have had a total of 5 shots in this one, 3 for Mississippi State and 2 for Lipscomb. Game started off with a sprawling save by Anderson on a McGee attempt. That was probably one of the better scoring opportunities in this one as she cut right across the box. However, the last 2 big scoring opportunities have come the way of Mississippi State. We've seen some golden opportunities. We've also have already seen a yellow card in this one. Whitney Kraft, the ASUN preseason Defensive Player of the Year, rightfully so after being the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year last year, got the first yellow card of the season. So Mississippi State is going to throw it in. And here we go, opportunity for the Bulldogs. Battle for the ball, and Lipscomb's almost able to retain possession, but it goes right back to Mississippi State. Now OGD almost gets it, but Kraft breaks it up. This ball's now slid out to half court with Hodge, who's going to pass it right across there. McGee almost tries to break it up. Bouncing ball, free ball. Rogers battling for it. We have bodies flying all over the place in this one, but the ref says play on, and Mississippi State comes out of the scrum with the ball. Johnson now with it. Lots of open green spaces. Go slowly feed it on up right there. Trying to feed the ball, but Hanger's able to break up the play, and she feeds the ball to Kraft, and here we go. Lipscomb looking for a possible counter opportunity. Kraft with it at half court is going to go to Byler. Byler now is going to try to feed it long for McGee, but just a little too long, and Anderson is right there. Anderson thought about possibly trying to rush out for a transition opportunity, but instead is going to slow it down. Mississippi State, this is one they've been at their best in this game, taking their time, methodically, tactitionally, moving it down the field. Good possession of the ball. Hodge now with it at the midfield. Feed it once again back to the defense. Once again, this Lipscomb defense, so good, so seasoned veterans. They have broken down many entry opportunities by the Bulldogs, but let's see if the Bulldogs can be able to crack this nut and get through that Lipscomb defense. So here we go, opportunity. Tellish kicks it right into the box, however, broken up by the Lipscomb defense. Hanger with the play to break it up, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Simpson's going to be throwing it in for the Bulldogs. She's going to throw it right into the corner, trying to feed Tellish right there. Tellish bounces it off McFadden, and this is going to be a corner kick opportunity. No, correction on that, excuse me. Will not be a corner kick, will just be a throw-in. So once again, Simpson go try to throw it in. Corner opportunity, but no one's there as they tried to go across, and McGee's now going to with it. Is going to push it forward. McGee to Kraft. Kraft now feeds it up, but broken up right there by Hodges. Great job by Hodges breaking up that play as Perry was behind her with an opportunity to transition. And once again, Hodges with possession of it, breaks up another pass. We've seen this multiple times now. Hodges feeds it right up to Johnson. Johnson trying to go to number 27, Farrington Bentold. But no go, pass a little too far as we are down to 11 minutes left in this one. Graham with the ball. Graham once again making her 4th start in her college career. 2 big saves so far in this one. Perry now with it. Perry trying to deke around the Mississippi State defender. Ref is letting them play on. Perry feeds it off, going across right there to Gannon. We have a whistle right there. Perry on the ground again after this one. Second time Perry's been on the ground. Rough defensive play. Good, hard, clean defensive play right there, but rough, hard defensive play. That's what you expect from college soccer.
Checking devices number 15, Haley Williams. Replacing number 18, Kalea Perry.
So we have a sub coming out, Perry coming off, and we now have Haley Williams coming in. Williams, a freshman from St. Simpson Island, Georgia. So some fresh legs out there for the Bison. McFadden, good defensive play, trying to break it up, but unable to. Hangers now going to get the ball in the corner. Go try to pass it ahead. Feeds it a little too far, though, and Mississippi State is going to get a throw. And we are now down to 10 minutes left in the opening half. 0-0. Johnson now with it for Mississippi State. Driving up, trying to feed Farrington Bentel, but unable to feed it. Now Lipscomb with it. As Rogers trying to feed Grant, cutting across, but unable to get the ball to her, a little too far out in front. And another throw-in.
14, Abby Reeder, replace number 16, Cameron McGee.
And McGee is now going to go out for Reeder in these final 10 minutes.
17, Ellie Otter, 11, Hannah Johnson.
So we're going to see some fresh legs on the field for Lipscomb. And these final 10 minutes, forwards have played very well so far for the Bison. Lots of good scoring opportunities. We've seen some good, crisp passing. Mississippi State regrouping right now. So here we go. Lots of green space out there in front for Johnson. Tries to drive forward, but unable to. Johnson's going to regroup it now. We'll feed it right back there. And here we go. Another drive forward opportunity for Mississippi State as they're going to push the ball. Farrington Bentel. Farrington Bentel tries to pass it forward, but broken up by the Lipscomb defense. Tyrell now feeding it to number 15. Battle for it. Byler battling for it, and the ball is going to go Lipscomb's way. Number 15 for Mississippi State, highly upset with the referee on that one. Little surprised there's not a yellow card on that one with the way that she was yelling at the referee. However, ref says play on. So McFadden is going to have the free kick for Lipscomb as we are down to less than 8 minutes remaining in this opening half of the season opener. Lipscomb with an opportunity. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Rogers was running in on the header that went over everyone's head. Almost had an opportunity. Great job there by Anderson to get the ball, and now transition going the other way for Mississippi State. Tellish with it. Tellish is going to feed it back to her defensive teammate. As once again, Mississippi State retaining possession. This is when I feel they've been at their best in this first half, when they've been making their good methodical passes going across the field. However, Lipscomb taking the play to them as here we go. Rogers tries to go across court past the Grant, but unable to head it off by Mississippi State, and they'll retain possession of it right here. Anderson sails it out of bounds. And we'll now have a throw-in for Lipscomb with about 7 minutes left. So a couple more subs coming in for this Lipscomb team. What you expect to see. A couple minutes left in the half. Try to give the starters an additional breather with the halftime coming up. See if some of these reserves, though, can puncture through and get a goal. Here we go. Byler with it. Byler loses possession. Ogini able to break that up. Now, number 10 for Lipscomb breaks through on the corner. Good job right there, though, by the Mississippi State defense. Tyrell able to prevent the opportunity, but we now have a corner kick coming up for Lipscomb. Second corner of the game. The first one, cross attempt set play. However, the header sailed high and outside. Now we will see here. Carapazza to do the honors kicking it. See if Lipscomb can connect. Long high kick going cross. And it's in! It's in! It's in! On the corner! Lipscomb has struck through and they score! They roll in a goal! It is a goal! Lipscomb is on the board! It is 1-0 on the corner! Whoa, Nelly! A beautiful, beautiful corner right there by Carapazza. And Lipscomb is able to connect on the corner kick in the 39th minute. McFadden delivers on the goal.
Bison's goal by number 8, Logan McFadden, assisted by number 10, Grace Oliver.
So 1-0 here, ladies and gentlemen. Lipscomb is on the board as a huge goal, and now we will see what this Mississippi State team can do as we have another transition ball opportunity. Great job breaking up that play. Lipscomb feeds it forward, and we're going to have a free kick opportunity. Fantastic job by Reeder right there, reading the play, breaking up, and forcing the free kick opportunity with about 5 minutes to go in the half. Whitney Kraft is going to take the free kick here for Lipscomb. Lipscomb's had a free kick from this position earlier. See what they do, if they shoot it on net or if they try to send it to the side and set up for a better shot. Kraft poaches it through the net, but Mississippi State's able to get it, and Okwajini sends it to midfield. Carapazza with it. Oh, Okwajini, great job breaking up and regaining possession here for Mississippi State. Transition, Okwajini now with it. Okwajini loses control of it, and Kraft now is going to push it forward. Transition opportunity for Lipscomb. Reeder takes it at half court, feeds it back to Byler. Byler now passes it up to number 10, Oliver. Oliver to Carapazza. Carapazza with it. Carapazza. Right up to number 10. She's in the clear with a shot. Feeds it across to number 14, Oliver, but unable to get to it. A golden opportunity once again for Lipscomb as they have taken the play to Mississippi State in these final couple of minutes in the half, as all Mississippi State can do is boot the ball out of bounds and regroup. McFadden to throw it in. All the momentum currently on Lipscomb's side as Mississippi State is looking at the clock, just hoping to get down to the half. 3 minutes to go in this one. In the half, we should say. Lipscomb retains control of it at half court. Oh, great job right there. Good defensive hustle by Mississippi State, but Carapazza able to try to feed it forward. However, Okwajini now with it. Okwajini driving ahead, but Carapazza breaks it up. Ref says play on that one. Kraft is going to boot it forward, trying to find number 15, Williams, but unable to get it. And Anderson with the ball. Anderson's played very well in this one so far. Gave up that one goal on the corner. Not her fault on that one, though. She has done a stellar job. Hanger, great job breaking up that play. Goes to number 10, Oliver. Oliver now is going to push it up to Byler. Byler with it. We're in the captain band. Byler trying to feed across to one of her cutting teammates. However, Mississippi State able to regain possession of it. Down to about 2 minutes to go right there. And a great play by McFadden on that ball in the box to poach it out into the corner. Opportunity, though, with less than 2 minutes to go for Mississippi State as they have a throw-in. Going, Tellish is Tellish unable to retain control of it on the throw-in. and Lipscomb's able to pooch it out to midfield. Mississippi State pushing the tempo, though, in this one. Right now, Hodge with it. Hodge has played very well so far. So as we have a foul coming up here on Lipscomb, free kick coming up for Mississippi State. 90 seconds left in the half. Number 14, or number 15 for Mississippi State to take it. Tries to go the corner, wide open. Oh, and a save right there by Graham. Another standout save right there. Farrington Bentel, who's come off the bench in this one with another great opportunity, but Graham said no, and Lipscomb pushes it forward into midfield.
1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute.
Carrasco, number 15, with a great kick right there to Farrington Bentel, but Lipscomb right there. Now here we go, Lipscomb going the other way. Byler with it. Byler is going to feed it to number 13, Brandenburg. Brandenburg driving forward. Great defensive play right there by Simpson. Fantastic defense by number 23 for Mississippi State. And we now have a throw-in situation for the Lady Bison. We are down to 27 seconds left in this one before we go into halftime. We have seen some golden opportunities for Lipscomb, some aggressive play so far in this one. This first half has had everything in it, from goals to yellow cards. As we're now down to 10 seconds left, both teams will be content to just go into the locker rooms in this one. You can't say enough about the first half for Lipscomb. The crowd is cheering. They're on their feet. Some of them on their feet because they're going to the concession stand, but the crowd is cheering, excited about this Lipscomb team. A great performance in the first half as they are up 1-0. All right, everyone online, time for you to check your Twitter feeds. Be sure to follow Lipscomb Sports and do whatever you want to do, but be sure to come back in about 15 minutes as we are going to have the second half of this one from the Music City as Lipscomb leads Mississippi State 1-0.
Buddies, team of the game, Team Sunshine. Team Sunshine is from right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and plays in the First Presbyterian Church Recreational League. Team Sunshine is this evening's Anthem Buddies team of the game. To sign your team up to be our Anthem Buddies team of the game, visit lipscombsports.com/Anthem Buddies. Fans, be sure to stop by the concession stand over in the softball stadium to grab all your game day needs. Don't miss the action. Pick up your game day treats before the match resumes. Attention parents with young Bison fans. The Junior Bison Club is the official kids club of Lipscomb Athletics and the most cost-effective way for your kids to become immersed in all things Lipscomb Bison. For only $20, your child will receive free admission to all Lipscomb athletic events, a free t-shirt, a lanyard, and personalized credential, and more. For additional information and to purchase Junior Bison Club memberships, go to lipscombsports.com/Junior Bison.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nashville. For those of you who missed out, you missed an entertaining first half. It had everything you would want to expect in a season opener. Crisp passing, solid defense, a goal for Lipscomb, and even a yellow card. It had it all as we are now entering the second half. 1-0. Lipscomb in the lead. Teams will switch sides for this one, so we're going to have Mississippi State now going from your left to right, Lipscomb going from your right to left. Lipscomb is in the white, Mississippi State is in their black, rocking the black jerseys for the first time, making their debut. Perry now back on the court for Lipscomb. As Byler's going to have it, Byler's going to feed it back to Perry. Perry now with it at midfield, and she's going to feed it back off to Hanger. Hangers now go feed it to McGee. McGee cutting through, or excuse me, Carapazza's go cut it through. Carapazza now passes it up. Lipscomb taking the pressure to Mississippi State here in the opener. However, the Mississippi State defense is able to hold. Rogers with a bladed kick, but blocked, and now transition ball opportunity for Mississippi State. Farrington cutting in. She has trailers cutting in. Tries to feed the ball off to Carly. Carnley is able to get it now in the box. Carly tries to feed across. Great job defensively there, though, by Lipscomb. Hanger with a fantastic job getting her body in front of that crossing attempt. And Mississippi State is now going to throw the ball in. Farrington with it now in the box. Farrington tries to drop it off to Tellish. Tellish now takes it out, passes it back to Farrington. Farrington Bentel was second on the team in goals last season, coming off the bench in this one as Mississippi State maintains possession of it, feeds it back, tries to funnel it through. However, the Lipscomb defense is right there and says no. However, Lipscomb fights off again. Now Perry is going to take it up the wing. Open space for Perry to run with it here. Perry tries to pass through, but it's blocked by Lipscomb. However, Perry retains possession of it. Cutting it through the wing, Perry continues to drive it through. Perry now at the edge of the box, possibly can force a corner opportunity here, but no go. Ref says play on, almost a foul called, but no go as Mississippi State now coming the other way. Perry slow to get up on the other side. Carnley passes it to Tellish. Tellish maintains possession of it, sells it down, tries to pooch it through to Farrington Bentel. And we have offsides on that play. So we have seen a sporadic, energetic first couple of minutes here to the second half as both teams trying to counter on the transition. Mississippi State, a tactician team. They have been very good on possession. We've seen that in the first half. Really, the first 10 minutes of the game, they really maintained possession, say for the first 8 of those 10 minutes, slowed down the tempo of the pace. However, Lipscomb came soaring back and really started to open things up. And we are now seeing a much more open game. And this was header opportunity is in the net. It's in the net. Carnley has tied it up. Carnley with a spectacular header. Gets it past the goalie Graham, and we are knotted up at 1-0, and the Lipscomb faithful have gone silent in the Music City. What a beautiful header right there, just past the diving hands of Graham. Spectacular soccer to open up this second half.
Checking for the Bulldogs, number 13, Madison Cotta.
So now we see how Lipscomb is going to respond. It's a whole new game, 1-0. And right off the bat, Lipscomb being aggressive. Grant with right there. Really a spectacular goal once again to knot it up. Beautiful header. As we are less than 5 minutes into this second game. Rogers now with it, passes up to Karapari. Karapari tries to feed it to Kata right there, or excuse me, tries to feed it to Reeder, but no go. Mississippi State with the throw-in. This is once again the season opener for both of these teams. Both teams had 2 exhibition matches. Lipscomb went 1-1 in their exhibition matches, though you don't really want to take too much into the records. And that one, as a lot of teams are playing, the majority of their players. This Lipscomb team has 31 players on its team, as we have a foul call right here. Ball's going to go to Lipscomb. Had an aggressive game in this one. That is actually the 6th foul on Mississippi State. Lipscomb has had 4 fouls. McFadden to do the honors on the free kick. McFadden, as a freshman, the 2018 ASUN Freshman Player of the Year. Got injured in 2019, but has come roaring back. One of the star defensive players on this Lipscomb team. Turnover, though, here we go. Hanger turns the ball over, and now Farrington Bentel. Carney passes it up to number 13 for Mississippi State, who dekes with it in the midfield. Back to 4. Oh, right there. Carnley tries to feed the ball to Farrington Bentel, but broken up. A little bit of a misconnect right here. Hodge now with it. Hodge tries to push the ball forward, but no go, and it rolls calmly to Graham, who settles it down and feeds it off to Patty. Patty, a second-team ASUN player last year, passes the ball up to Perry. Perry now tries to feed it across. However, Terrell was there to break up the play and now transition it forward. Farrington Bentel had an opportunity, let the ball go by her, and now Lipscomb tried to push it forward, tries to feed the ball to Grant. Grant's going to hustle for it. However, Anderson is there to get to the ball first. As Lipscomb really applying the pressure in transition right here after giving up the equalizer, trying to retake the lead. We are down to about 38 minutes left in this one, folks. The season opener for both teams to start the 2021 season. 2021 season part dos. Farrington Bentel within the box. Farrington Bentel trying to deke on out, feeds the ball to Carly. Oh, and a great block right there by Kraft. Kraft getting her foot on it, forces a corner kick for Mississippi State. And this is a Mississippi State team coming out with a lot more energy in the second half. You have to credit the coaching job of Coach Armstrong in this one. You wonder what he said to the team at halftime. So corner opportunity. Lipscomb converted on a corner goal opportunity for their goal. Let's see if Mississippi State can do the same. And no go. Great job defensively right there by Lipscomb to head the ball out. However, Mississippi State keeps possession of it. And now transition opportunity. Karapara is going to try to feed it up to Rogers. Rogers, though, can't get through. A slide tackle by Hodge. Hodge, she has done a solid job in this one. Just had 2 games, played 2 games last year, but she has been one of the better defensive players for Lipscomb this one. Now Grant has an opportunity. Grant cutting in. But a strong defensive play, and it was offside, so wouldn't have mattered. Seen a couple offsides in this first half after really only seeing 1 offsides in the second half. Lipscomb really continuing to apply the pressure to Mississippi State, making them earn every inch of the field. Turnover now at the midfield. Byler with it. Byler's going to pass it back to Hanger. Hanger pooches the ball forward a little too far to any teammate. And that ball is just going to slowly trickle out of bounds. So a free kick, or excuse me, goal kick coming up here for Mississippi State. We're down to about 36 minutes left in this one. Mississippi State, once again, first 10 minutes of this second half has really controlled the pace of play. Now Mississippi State with another attack opportunity, trying to feed the ball up to Oakwood Genie, but unable to get through as Lipscomb will pooch it out, and now they come with the opportunity. Perry trying to feed it to Grant, cutting across, but no go. Oh, and Rogers, great job right there, tracing that ball down to keep it play. Byler with that great defensive play as Lipscomb is going to maintain possession of it. Great defensive effort right there by Carnley, the person who scored the goal for Mississippi State. However, we have another yellow card coming out here on this one. That yellow card is going to be, believe, on Carapaiza. Second yellow card of the game for Lipscomb. So Lipscomb with 2 yellow cards in this one. Mississippi State with none. But once again, the only thing that matters are the goals, and that one is knotted up at 1 apiece. Farrington Bentel deking with it, tries to feed it across to Kata. Kata, though, unable to retain possession of it, and Lipscomb's able to kick it out of bounds to the midfield. So throw-in coming up here for Mississippi State. 35 minutes left in this one. Kata with it. Kata's going to pass across number 10. Trying to find Farrington Bentel. Once again, Farrington Bentel did not start in this one. Oh, great job by Farrington Bentel. Keep that play alive. Great job through the Lipscomb defender. She keeps possession of it. Ho, ho, ho. A spectacular move through the Lipscomb's defender's legs. However, foul called on that one. Great footwork right there by Farrington Bentel, leading to almost an opportunity for the Bulldogs to take a 2-1 lead. McFadden with the free kick, and she slugs it all the way out to midfield. Lipscomb able to keep possession of it. And here we go. Rogers go poach it through to Grant. Grant trying to go cross and in! And Grant with a spectacular goal! Hits the corner! Grant! Oh, what a shot by Molly Grant! Poaches it in, and it is 2-1. A beaut that is able to find the corner over the outstretched hands of Anderson. And it is now 2-1. Lipscomb. So we are 12 minutes into this second half. We have seen 2 goals. One by Mississippi State, and then Grant with the goal to respond. Molly Grant, she had 4 goals all of last season, a second-team A-Sun player, delivers a spectacular kick right there over the outstretched hands of Anderson, and Lipscomb 2-1, right when you thought Mississippi State was having the momentum. And here come the Bison again, but a pass a little too far out for Grant.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 29, Hannah Tellish, replaces number 13, Madison Cobb.
So we have a substitution coming on the court here for the Bulldogs. Number 29 coming into the game, Hannah Tellish. Tellish last year had 2 goals. She's had several nice opportunities in this one. Has really been a force on the offensive end. And she's going to get her first touch right here. Tellish gets the ball and then kicks it back to her teammates a little wildly, though, as Mississippi State's going to have to regroup all the way going back to their goalie. Oakwood Genie now with it. Oakwood Genie has really been held in check in this one. The star player for Mississippi State had 30-plus shots last season, has not had a single shot in this one. credit the job of the Lipscomb defense, though. This back four of Lipscomb, very skilled, very veteran. Oh! Dangerous, dangerous play right there, but Graham's able to come on up with it, and she will retain possession, slow things down. We are down to about 32 minutes in this one. Grant's just go take her time with it. The clock is your friend right now. Lipscomb, be interesting to see what Lipscomb does in this situation. If you continue to go aggressive or if you try to scale things back, go into a little bit of a shell with a 1-goal lead. Don't expect that to be the case, though, with the way Coach O'Brien plays, as Lipscomb likes to bring the play to him. Kara Pazza right there is able to take possession of it. Lipscomb, though, unable to hold possession, though. Ball is going to Lipscomb as the kick goes out of bounds. So once again, we've had a pretty entertaining one in this one. We've had 2 yellow cards. We've had 12 total fouls. And we've had 6 shots on goal. Lipscomb goalie Anderson has come up with 2 saves. Graham, Lipscomb goalie, come up with 1. Had a couple other good save opportunities as well, and shots that just went wide or weren't registered as shots. Good job by Kraft right there as Okajini tried to deke her through. Kraft once again showing why she is such a star player. And the ref is going to call. Ball going to Lipscomb. Mississippi State bench vastly disagrees with that one. Hanger slugging it ahead for Grant right there, but unable to get it, and Anderson's going to keep it out. Opts not to pick it off because she was out of the goaltender box. As here we go. Mississippi State trying to push it forward. Tries to go to Farrington Bentel, but a little too far on front. Now opportunity, transition ball for Lipscomb. Kraft trying to feed Grant, but a header opportunity denied. As Mississippi State now going on the transition. However, Lipscomb able to regain control. Patty now feeds it off to Perry. Perry cutting down the wing. Perry cutting down the wing with speed. She tries to go cross, and oh! Just a little too high for Grant. Almost a second goal of the half opportunity right there for Molly Grant, but no go. And instead the ball goes out to midfield. We are less than 30 minutes remaining in this one. 2-1 is the score for those just joining us. Lipscomb is in the lead. Lipscomb struck first with a goal. Only goal to half, but we have had 2 goals here in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And this is where we stand right now. Once again, you talk about what's at stake in this one. End of the day, it's a non-conference match. You want to get the win, but obviously not the biggest thing in the world if you lose it or win it. It's all about making improvements for conference play. But we have seen a good performance by both these teams. You have to think the level of play that we've seen this one, both these teams are going to be performing outstandingly in their conference. Now, with all that being said, though, if you're Lipscomb, you got an opportunity to beat a Power 5 team. That's something that you can hang your hat on. That is a big statement win opportunity. And you have to ask yourself, how much does opening day success mean for the rest of the season? Well, sometimes not a whole lot. Remember last year, Lipscomb lost a Division II lead to open up their season and wound up having a great year, wound up winning the ASUN regular season title, then got upset in the quarterfinals. And talking to Coach O'Brien earlier today, he was talking about how it's just a try to get better each day at a time, not too concerned with the results. You want to win, obviously, but the bigger thing is making those improvements and trusting the process. And right now, Lipscomb has been trusting the process very well, and the process is paying off in dividends. Johnson now with it for Mississippi State. Johnson's going to try to sail it through, but Graham is right there, able to catch the ball. Easy save right there for Graham. I say that, though, as an athlete who was not very good, so I probably would have let that one in. So really shouldn't be calling anything easy. Great header right there by Hodges to retain possession at midfield, and 2 players are going to get tripped up. Tellish, good job aggressively taking the play to her. Carapara, though, tied her up. Mississippi State retains possession of it, but turnover right here. Lipscomb's go battle for it, and they slug it through. Grant now with it, but she has 4 Mississippi State players around her. Is go pitch it back to Byler. Byler now feeding a streaking Rogers. Rogers cutting through. Rogers with it. Tries to corner to Grant. Oh, ball is free. Ball is free in the goalie box. What a spectacular defensive play by Tyrell for Mississippi State to deny an opportunity for Grant that could have put Lipscomb up by 2 goals. Fantastic defense for the captain of Mississippi State, Tyrell. Lipscomb, golden opportunity. So after surviving that scoring opportunity, Mississippi State retains possession of it as here we go. They have the ball in midfield, trying to generate some offense, break through this very tough Lipscomb defense. Tellish with it. Tellish looping it back now, cuts it across to Delosi. Delosi, remember, she had to come off the field in the first half. Good to see her back out there after having to be helped off the field earlier. You love to see the heart of that of a player, being able to come back after going down with an injury.
License, number 10, Grace Oliver. Number 11,
and we are now going to have a ton of subs coming in for Lipscomb. Almost like a hockey change right here when you have 4 different players coming on in. Some fresh legs for Lipscomb. And you have to think you rest up those players right now, give them a little breather, and then hopefully have them come back on fresh towards the end of the game, maybe at the 15-minute mark. Goal kick right now coming up for CJ Graham. Once again, Graham, this is her biggest start of her college career. Started 3 games last year, performed very well in them, had 2 shutouts, but not facing an opponent, a Power 5 opponent like this. Now McGee with it, McGee cutting up. McGee has an opportunity to go cross with it. McGee cross, but Anderson says, no, 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 you will not have the guacamole on your burrito. Makes the save. Opportunity now for Mississippi State. Mississippi State cutting through the box and almost a golden opportunity. Trying to find a streaking Otto right there. As Otto's going to force Graham to play the ball, move it forward. She does that, passes it up. McGee now with it at midfield. McGee trying to find number 15 behind her as ref calls a foul on that. Tyrell goes down. The ref makes the call. The faithful at Lipscomb do not agree with that call. However, despite the pleas of the fans, the ref maintains his original call. Typically the case. Patty goes for the ball, is able to break it up, but falls down. Mississippi State retains possession of it. We really haven't seen a whole lot from Okwajini in this one. Credit the Lipscomb defense once again. Thought that she may have a few more shots on goal, however. Lipscomb has been cued on her and really haven't given her much space to dribble the ball or a golden opportunity. Now McGee, speaking about golden opportunities, McGee cutting up with it. McGee's going to pass it off. Here we go, Lipscomb in the box, tries to feed it across. And Jones, Christy Jones, fresh off the bench, had an opportunity, tried to cut it across, but no go. Now Mississippi State with a transition here. Here we go, Mississippi State cuts into the box. Ball deflected off, and Graham's able to get to it before it rolls out behind the back line, preventing a corner opportunity. We are down to 22 minutes and 50 seconds left in this one. It's the season opener, everyone, from Lipscomb. The Bisons are up in this one, 2-1. We have seen some aggressive defense in the midfield. Folks, in this one, we have seen 2 yellow cards at the midfield. Some aggressive defense. Saw it right there. Good clean play on that one, though. Mississippi State's going to retain possession of it right here. Munmart with it. Munmart is going to tap the ball up to the wing as Mississippi State's go try to cut up the wing here. Go through the middle. Good feed right there. The ball. Great job right there by DeLucy. DeLucy once again showing the energy. Really did a great job cutting through multiple defenders in this one.
Number 17, Eliano.
And Cash is now going to be in the game for Lipscomb. So we now have Marcella Cash coming in, a forward. So Mississippi State trying to go with some fresh legs here, as we are now down to 21 minutes and 42 seconds left in this one. The clock is your friend if you are Lipscomb at this moment. However, still plenty of time for us to see a couple of goals. You know, when we have a timeout on the field, we also want to remind everyone, be sure to get all your Lipscomb news by visiting us at lipscombsports.com, your place for all your Bison's news. So here we go, throw-in opportunity coming up for Mississippi State. Mississippi State has been able to generate a couple opportunities on throw-ins like this earlier in the game. Tried to feed the ball to Cash fresh off the bench, but no go right there. 2 Lipscomb players right on her. So we now have another throw-in coming for Mississippi State. Throw-in opportunity. Lipscomb, though, able to get the ball, but not for long, as Cash battling for it. Surrounded by 3 Lipscomb players, Lipscomb's finally able to get control of the ball as it trickles out of bounds. We have a throw-in. Lipscomb flings the ball forward, but off of a Mississippi State player, and they will inch closer to midfield. So we've had 12 shots in this one so far. Mississippi State leading in the shot department 7-5. We've seen some good play, some good transition ball going on. We have another play. Oh, opportunity right there, but we have a play stoppage by the referee. So shots in this one, everyone, is been 8 shots for Mississippi State, 5 shots for Lipscomb. We've had 16 fouls, 8 on both of them, and then we've also had 3 corners. We've had Lipscomb have a corner. They converted on their second corner for a goal. Mississippi State's had a corner, but weren't able to generate a good scoring opportunity on it. So we resume play now as we have Patty with the ball. Patty's going to feed it right across to Christy Jones. Christy Jones, who came off the bench in the second half, passes it back to McFadden, the 2018 ASUN Defensive Player of the Year. Goes to Hanger. Hanger now tries to go across the wing. Lipscomb meticulously moving the ball down the field. Taking their time, getting some good possession of it. Oliver with it, but not for long as Mississippi State retains possession. A very good defensive play right there, coming from Oliver and Elmore. However, Mississippi State with the throw-in. Cash down with the Cash, the fresh legs coming off the bench. Cash is go try cut to the corner. Sliding tackle attempt, no go for Lipscomb. Mississippi State still has possession of it. Tellish tries to kick it, but off of a Lipscomb player, and it'll be a throw-in for Mississippi State. We are down to 20 minutes to go in this one. Lipscomb is up 2-1. Mississippi State frantically trying to find a way to score another goal to tie this up. They've already scored once in this second half. Lipscomb, though, responded with a beautiful, beautiful kick from Grant to take a 2-1 lead. But here comes Mississippi State. Mississippi State, Okwajini, good job by Kraft right there to break up the play. And Lipscomb's able to pooch it out all the way down. And it's now a race for the ball that slowly trickles out of bounds. As Patty was the defensive player, was able to get that ball and kick it all the way to Mississippi State's side of the net. So we now have a timeout on the field. We have a player down for Lipscomb. It is somewhat of a hot and humid day out here right now, according to my Apple Watch. Thanks, Hunting, for the Apple Watch. That was a very nice Father's Day gift. It's 81 degrees right now. We did have a slight chance of rain, but the rain has held off. Slightly overcast in this one, though. So you have to think that we may see, don't want to speculate, but you may see a little bit of cramping here. Bit of a humid day. McGee, great job defensively on that one to get the ball. Patty now feeds it to McGee. Terrell thought the ball was off McGee, wanted the call, but not able to get Terrell. She has played swimmingly in this one. And now it's Williams with it. Williams tries to pooch it forward, but no, a little bit of a broken play right there. Looks like she was trying to hope it to get it off of a Mississippi State player and possibly get a corner kick. Instead, it rolls harmlessly to the goalie, Anderson. We are down to less than 18 minutes remaining in this one. Mummert's going to feed the ball back up. Mississippi State's going to go across the wing. Once again, it's a tactician team that Mississippi State does. They move the ball up methodically, but they are potent. They're able to strike. As here we go, striking opportunity, but blocked by the Lipscomb defense as the ball will now go out to midfield. Terrell with it. Terrell booms it forward, but Kraft is able to break it up. Opportunity, though, denied, though, by Lipscomb as Mississippi State was trying to feed the ball to Cash. Instead, it goes out of bounds. We have a throw-in opportunity. Tellish is going to feed the ball to Cash. Cash is going to try to dribble it through. The Lipscomb player to the net. Grant with the save. There was a juicy rebound there for a minute or two, for a second or two, but no Mississippi State players were nearby. Great crossing opportunity right there. Throw it on net. Just weren't able to get the end result of a goal. And Lipscomb's going to have possession of it. McGee is going to try to poach it up. Jones now driving forward. Equigini, great job defensively, be able to retain control of it. You love to see that from a player known for her scoring. Hasn't necessarily had a good scoring opportunity today, but contributing on the defensive end. A great two-way player indeed. Mummert now kicks it all the way back to Anderson. Down to 16 minutes left in this one. Obviously, anytime you get in this situation, you have to think you're a Power 5 school like Mississippi State. Are you starting to feel the pressure, knowing that you don't want to lose to a Lipscomb team? No matter how good they are, you're an SEC team. You always expect to beat an ASUN opponent. Not the case, though, folks, because Lipscomb, a very, very good ASUN program, and that just shows. Doesn't matter what conference you're in, you got a good coach, you got good players, you can have a good program anywhere. So McGee now with the half court. McGee has been a fantastic force on the wing. Lipscomb now feeds it across. Here we go. Jones with it. Jones with a kick and saved by Anderson. Good shot on goal right there by the midfielder, Christy Jones, off the best, but Anderson is able to make the save. Lipscomb, or Mississippi State, now moving it slowly. Mummert's going to pass it right across the wing. Tellish trying to feed it to a streaking Mississippi State player on the far end of the field, but good defense right there, and goes out of bounds.
Number 26, Molly Grant. Replaces Oliver, Williams, and McGee. And for the Bulldogs, number 27, Haley Farrington-Bentel. Replace number 26, Marcella Cash.
So a lot of the starters now back in for these final 15 minutes. Lipscomb bringing back in all their forwards. So we have Perry back on. We have Grant back on. Farrington-Bentel now back on for Cash on the Mississippi State side. So both coaches going with their top players for these final 15 minutes, as you would expect. And right off the bat, here comes Lipscomb. Perry with it now. Perry cutting into the side. Ball with a kick that just goes high and wide. Her best opportunity of the game, but Perry unable to convert. The left-footed kicker just kicked it a little off. And now back comes Mississippi State, pushing the ball forward. We're down to 14 minutes left. Lipscomb's defense back row has been spectacular in this game, really making it difficult for Mississippi State to push the ball forward. But they are doing their best, their darndest to try. Here we go now, Johnson with it. Johnson dribbling around. She's going to try to go through 2 or 3 Lipscomb players and is able to retain possession, but kicks it back out. Now Johnson with it again. Johnson, dribble, pass up to Equigini. Equigini with it. Equigini's going to kick it back out as they will reset. Tyrell now with it. Tyrell try to kick it across the net. Oh, and Johnson with the header, but just not able to get it through. Tellish now with it in the corner for Mississippi State. Tellish passes it back out. Cross to the corner, trying to find Equigini. Oh, no. Header opportunity again. Lipscomb's able to clear it. And the crowd here at Lipscomb kind of applauds. Great defense, though, by Lipscomb. We are down to 12 and a half minutes remaining. 12 and a half minutes away from Lipscomb from delivering a statement to the soccer world, knocking off a team from the SEC. Oh, and opportunity trying to find Farrington-Bentel. Farrington-Bentel did not start this game for Mississippi State, but she has had some of the best scoring opportunities in this one for the Bulldogs. Last year had 3 goals for them. She has played very well. As here we go now. Lipscomb with it. Perry's able to maintain possession of it. Perry tries to pooch it forward. However, Terrell's able to go retain it. Mumford right there, but Perry's able to break up the pass attempt to Hodges. As we're now down to 11 and a half minutes left.
Number 5, Kelly Byler. Replace number 11, Christy Jones. And for the Bulldogs, number 20, Monito Conley. Replace number 11, Hannah Johnson.
So Byler now back in the game for Lipscomb. Byler, a standout player, started her career off at Penn State in 2018. Then she opted to transfer. Did not play all 2019. Didn't play in 2020, obviously, because of the COVID pandemic, but she has been an absolute standout in the 2021 campaign, Part 1 and Part 2. Had 9 goals last year. Now on the field for Lipscomb with 11 minutes to go, as Mississippi State is going to have a free kick opportunity right here. Mississippi State's go drive the ball to the wing, try to force an opportunity, and so here looks like we're going to have possibly a free kick opportunity coming up here for Mississippi State. So a free kick opportunity is maybe one of the best chances Mississippi State could have, possibly get a goal. Almost a de facto corner kick with it being so close. Cutting across the net, no go, but Mississippi State still retains possession. Great job by Lipscomb to break it up as they will now poach the ball out to midfield. Solid defensive play. Once again, we speak about this backcourt, or this backfield for Lipscomb. Tons loaded in talent. And there we go. No! A diving save by Graham off of a header attempt. Her best save of the day. And we are still a 1-goal lead still for Lipscomb. Corner opportunity, though, coming up for Mississippi State. Couple subs coming in for this one right here as well for this corner opportunity. We are down to 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. A spectacular diving save by the freshman C.J. Graham. Coach O'Brien talked about the length that C.J. Anderson is able to bring to the goalie position. One of the reasons that she is starting, she showed it there. She needed every inch to make that great save off of a header, but a corner kick opportunity. They're going to go low to the ground, this corner kick opportunity. Carly is able to force the ball off of a Lipscomb player as we have another corner opportunity. Tried not to do the crosser on that corner opportunity, Mississippi State, but they'll get another one coming up here. Mississippi State's had golden opportunities the last couple minutes, but can they convert? And no, they cannot. Another great job by Lipscomb to force that ball out. The corners have not been there for Mississippi State in this one. They have had multiple corners. They've had 4 corners, have really not been able to convert any good scoring opportunities on any of the 4. As we are now down to 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Graham's going to try to find Perry here, but ball sails over Perry's head. However, Lipscomb able to retain possession. And good job right there by Reeder to bank the ball off Tyrell. Tyrell's going to have Patty do the throw in. We are down to 8 minutes now remaining. 8 minutes from a statement win for Lipscomb. Byler was trying to find number 14 Reeder, but no go on that one. And now it's Mississippi State with possession of it, driving the ball forward, trying to find some momentum. Hodges with it, takes it back midfield, passes it back to Tyrell. Tyrell will slowly take her time with it, goes back to Muttmart. Muttmart with it. Muttmart now feeds it to Johnson. Johnson slowly pushing it up. She's going to try to go to the wing right here. Nice little set play, but no go. Lipscomb's able to force it back out to midfield. Lipscomb now applying a little pressure. But here we go. Mississippi State's going to regroup with 7.5 minutes remaining in this one. Tellish is able to find a streaking player. Cuts through the box. Oh, and rejected right there by Hanger. Hanger with a great job, and now Lipscomb's able to clear it. Oh, that was an opportunity right there. A strong, nice feed, but great defensive effort by Lipscomb. I believe that was Hanger who made the play for the Bison. Once again, you talk about the job that Hanger has done. Hanger missed most of the 2019 season with an injury, but she was able to return, had a strong performance after a 2018 All-ASUN freshman campaign. And she's done stellar work on the back for Lipscomb. Mississippi State continuing to force the play here, trying to find an answer, trying to find a way to crack this Lipscomb defense that has been so solid throughout the game. Muttmer with a kick. And able to block before it gets net, but throwing coming up for Mississippi State. Tyrell with it. Tyrell is now going to throw it back to Muttmer. Muttmer with it. Muttmer's going to pass it back to her defensive pair and Johnson. Johnson with it. Johnson now driving forward. Johnson. Play broken up though by Rogers. Rogers trying to go after, Byler trying to go for it. Byler, good defensive play to break that up, but Mississippi State is retaining possession of it. Mississippi State just passing the ball around, waiting for the opportunity, patiently waiting for it. Could this be it? Oh, ho, 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 Farrington Bentler with the header, but right to Graham. And with the save, and we are now down to 5.5 minutes remaining. Graham sends it to midfield. You just get the sense that Lipscomb is hanging on in a defensive posture, doing whatever they can to prevent a good scoring opportunity. The clock is your friend if you're Lipscomb. Not necessarily too concerned about scoring a goal at this point. It's more about just preserving what you have. Mark continues to drive off. Tyrell with it now. The Mississippi State defense has been a little more active in the second half. Johnson now with it, bringing it forward. Lipscomb's going to concede and let them bring the ball on up. Once again, in that defensive posture, defensive shell. Try and prevent any good scoring opportunities. Tellish now with it. Tellish in the corner with it. Good defensive play, though, but Tellish is able to maintain possession. Kick across, oh, ho, ho! Trying to find Tyrell, but just like Game of Thrones, Tyrell was not able to win, and the ball sails over her head.
Place number 18, Perry number 26.
And a throw in for Lipscomb with 4.5 minutes remaining. For those Lipscomb fans counting down right now, you're looking at about 270 seconds remaining in this one. Can you survive those 270 seconds as this Mississippi State team has applied the pressure relentlessly? However, the back row for Lipscomb has been up to the challenge, responding, really preventing any golden scoring opportunities. Lipscomb's now going to have another throw-in. Byler is able to feed it up, and Lipscomb's able to get it on out. Anderson almost up to midfield, passing up once again. Lipscomb definitely in a defensive shell right now. Delosi with it. Delosi with it right now, trying to feed it up through the box. As we now are going to have a free kick opportunity. A free kick opportunity coming up on this one. Farrington Bentler with some very nice dangles right there, deking the ball with her great footwork, and she is able to get a free kick opportunity because of it. Big moment in this one. 3.5 minutes left. Muttmer to take it for Mississippi State. And the kick is well high on that one. Just a little too high off the foot. And Lipscomb dodges another bullet as we are now down to 3 minutes remaining. That was the 11 shots for Mississippi State in this one. They've had 7 on net. Only 1 has gotten through. McGee, good job to keep the ball from going outbound, but Muttmer able to pick it on up. Equigini is able to pass it to Carney. Carney to Farrington Bentel. Farrington Bentel goes across. Good header, though, by Lipscomb to keep it out. Still opportunity, though, for Mississippi State. However, Lipscomb responds, clearing it all the way to midfield as we are now down to 2.5 minutes remaining. Attempted entry in the box. No, no, no. Hanger blocks out. Cutting across the midfield. Oh, ho, ho. Another opportunity for Farrington Bentel, but just off the foot on the ricochet. And it goes wide. So here we go, folks. 1 minute, or under 2 minutes remaining in this one. Mississippi State applying the pressure. Johnson was calling for the ball. She now has it. Johnson with it. Johnson's going to drive it forward. Goes to Equigini. Equigini with it cutting through the box. However, Lipscomb once again there. Great job by Shelby Kraft to break it up. We have a corner kick coming up now. Possibly the last golden opportunity for Mississippi State. They have not converted on 4 corners earlier. Opportunity here, and it hits the side of the net. Bent it a little too far, and that was a golden opportunity as we are now down to 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in this one. Graham to slug it as far as she can to get it away from her net. And she succeeds in slugging it out, header up. You have to wonder, does Mississippi State have maybe one more opportunity? This is the person you would want with Equigini, but Shelby Kraft, spectacular defensive play for Lipscomb throughout the night, delivered right there. Now Mumford with it. Mumford, 20 seconds left. Is go slug it forward, trying to find someone in the middle. Header opportunity. It's loose into the box, but Lipscomb's able to clear it out. Now Johnson with it. Johnson feeds it to Mumford. We're down to 15 seconds left. Mumford tries to slug it through the net, but it goes wide. It goes wide. The Lipscomb crowd getting to its feet. There's the countdown. The Lipscomb players are celebrating. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. The exclamation point on the season opener. Lipscomb is able to come away with a huge victory against Mississippi State. A huge win for Coach O'Brien and the Lipscomb Bisons. And folks, that is going to do it from us here at Lipscomb. We thank you for tuning in. Please enjoy the rest of your night and be sure for all your Lipscomb coverage to go to lipscombsports.com. For